Okay, let's continue. So for today's class, we'll be learning how to do usability tests with this Lesina website here. So this is a website where you can go, you can upload your designs and you can test your designs with this website. So let me share the link of to this website on our Discord channel. So there are basically different applications you can use for your usability testing. We have Hotjar. There are different ones, but for today's class, we'll just be focusing on this. So you can do a Google search of different application that you can use to test your designs as a product design. You're going to see different ones. So let me drop the link to this in our Discord channel. The listener is the name of the platform. So once you tap the link, so you come to this place, then you have to create an account, sign up for free. So I already have an account, so that's why it's brought me here. So once you are done signing up and logging in, you come to a place like this. So the next thing now, I'll click on this create study, then click on test and surveys. So when I click on the test and surveys, so for today's class, the method of testing we'll be using is the first click and 5-second test. So we'll see how to do that in a bit. So they have different method of testing, but we'll just be focusing on these two. So the first thing I'll do here, I'll give this test a name. So you can give it any name of your choice. So I'll call this so here must be in English. So you can select either for mobile or desktop only. If the design because you upload your designs screenshot, I'll show you how to do that in a sec. So you can upload your design. Maybe it's a mobile application. You can click on only mobile. If it's a desktop, you can click on only desktop. So the form I'm going to be testing is desktop. It's for desktop. So I'll just click on only desktop. So you can see they have some premium plan here. So welcome screen, basically when you send a link to somebody, it will show a welcome screen. So that's what that means. So I'll just scroll down. So I'll click on this. So once I click on first click, so I'll come to Figma first. Let me get the design I want to test. So you can use any design of your choice. So basically, going to be using this form. So let me come here. So this is the form I want to test the desktop version of this form. So I'll click on this, then I will export it as PNG. So use 4x. So you can use any of these picture resolution of your choice. So I'll use 4x because I just want it to be bright. It's based on preference. So I'll export it. So let me export it as a zip file. So let me go to my folder and extract it. So just give me a sec. Let me do that. So here it is. So let me come back to the platform. So now that I have extracted my design, so I'll come here. You can see drag and drop to upload file. So I'll click here to get the file I want to use. So I'll click on the design. So here, instruction. So you can give any instruction or you can use it to ask question. So let me go back to my form. So the test I'm doing is to, sorry, let me confirm. So the test I'm trying to do is to know whether the button, because you can test for anything, either color, structure of your website, any whatever at all. There are different things you can test for. So let me say, for example, I want to test whether the user is actually seeing this button. So for example, so let me just write it here. Or let's just use this one I've already used before. Where will you click if you want to enter your personal information? Okay, so let's say we're testing for to be sure whether the user actually knows where to enter their personal information. So let's just use that. So where will you click if you want to enter your personal information? So
No.
is somebody saying something? Please, everybody, your mic should be muted. So I can ask more questions here. So I'll ask here, how do you, so let me ask the user a question. So I'm going to make it a single choice question. How do you see the structure of the form? So here, write good. So here, I'll add bad. So let me add okay, let me just leave it at these two. So let me scroll down. So I can add another question. So to ask the user. So here, I'll ask the user, rate the design from 1 to 10. So here is basically the format of the question. So I'll do linear scale. So here I'll choose 1, then here I'll choose 10. So because of the question I'm asking for them to rate, so I'll make it required. So let me make this required, making it compulsory. Let me add one more here. Okay, let me just leave it at that too. So now that I'm done, so remember the test with testing we're doing is for first click, to trying to track how the user is going to click on the form. So I'll come here, I'll click on save and continue. So when I click on save and continue, so I'll come over here, then click on setup link, then make sure you click on this enable link so that you can get the link. Because how this Lycia platform works is that it generates a link that you can use to send to the user. If, for example, you're trying to test, you run tests on your application remotely. So there are different ways you can handle your remote testing. You can use platform like this, or you can maybe send the website link to the client and let the client be, the client will have to share their screen and you'll be seeing where the client is clicking. So you can also use these platforms too. So that's what I mentioned earlier. There are different platforms that you can use for usability testing. So I'll click on enable link and I'll scroll down. So once I'll scroll down, you can see it has generated a link for me. So I'll copy the link. So I'll paste this link on the chat section here on Zoom so that we can interact with it, so that we can see how it works. So I'm sending a link now, so try interacting with it. So I'll come to my browser here and paste the link. So this link, you can basically send it to, if you have some set of users that you want to test the application for, they can send the link to them. So you can see here, I have the link here opened from my end. So hello there, you have been invited to participate in a short test. So I'll click start. So I think it's trying to load the image. Sorry. Okay. So where will you, I have to click on the button for me to see the image. So here, I ask where will you click if you want to enter your personal information. So here it already has something like an instruction. Click on the image to carry out the instruction or complete the set of tasks. So let me expand my window. So here, we want to know whether the user actually understands this design, because most times you might come up with a design, just like what we usually say, you might, because you're the one that designed it, you might assume, oh, the design structure is great, but you always need to know how. Okay, can only be viewed on desktop. Okay, maybe I'll paste the link on the Discord channel. Maybe later we'll view it on desktop. That means some of us are viewing this joining class with our mobile phones. So now I want to test whether the user actually understands the structure. Because one thing about designing is to use a structure that people can actually understand. There's something called UI patterns. I think we'll visit it in our next class. I think some of us already know a little about it. So there's already a pattern people are already used to when they're interacting with digital product as a whole, whether mobile app, website, SaaS application, there's already a pattern. That pattern has been in existence since the beginning of website development, ever since So ever since when digital product has been in existence, so people already know how a website looks like. So they already know that when they are coming to a website, the navigation is at the top. They already know where to find the mobile app navigation. So most times when designing, there is no need for you to start reinventing the wheel. No matter how innovative you are, you have to make sure that you are using design patterns that users are already used to. So we have example of a design pattern is the use of breadcrumbs for our SaaS application or dashboard design that let the user know where they are in a particular where it can be, and breadcrumbs can be used for dashboards or SaaS application. It can also be used for large websites. For example, an e-commerce website that has thousands of pages. So most times when users are navigating to different pages, like one page, inside one page, it has thousands of links that leads to other pages. So most time, that's why there is a global navigation. There should also be a breadcrumb. So if you go to some website, e-commerce, big e-commerce website, you see it where the user will know, okay, this was where I was coming from. I clicked on about us page for me to come to this particular place. So another UI pattern we have is carousel. So that's why most times it's good for you to like come out of your design and test your work to be sure that what you design, people actually understand it. So here, what I'm actually asking the user is where will you click if you want to enter your personal information? So for example, I'm the user, I'll click here. So the system is asking me confirm your click. So I'll confirm. So here's another question based on what we set at the back end of the application. So how do you see the structure of the form? So if I rate it bad, or let me rate it good, then I'll click on continue. So rate the design from 1 to 10. So I'll just give the design 7. Then I'll click continue. So it's telling me submitting your response. So let me come back to my Lycia application. So let me refresh. So okay, it seems like some people have already interacted. So here I'm seeing participant 3. So let me scroll down. Okay, so let me show you how I was able to come to this part so that you won't be confused. So this was the last place we were before we got the link. So this was where I clicked results. So you can see here result. This is the place to see the results of our test. So I'll click here. So it's already showing me the status that we have total participants 3, response shown 3. So if we have like 50 people that we tested on, or 10 people or 5 people, it will show us to show us the number here. So for you to export your designs or something, they have some premium plan. So here, let's focus on so let's focus on the test we did. So you can see here for this first click test we run, where will you click if you want to enter your personal information? So you can see the showing us heat map. So this heat map is basically showing us where people clicked. So this is called heat map. So it's trying to show us where people clicked so that through this we can know that, okay, the structure we use to design is well known. So remember, you can, if we with this platform, you can test your mobile dashboard, whatever. Though there are some tests that you might want to run, you might need to set the time. So that's why we're going to be making use of the 5-minute text. We'll be doing that in a bit. So you can see for this question here, how do you see the structure of the form? So with the 3 response we have here is 3. 3 people said is good. So let's see the answer here. They are all good. So here it's also showing us the rating. So rate the design from 1 to 10. 2 people rated it 7. 1 person rated it 8. So with all these statistics now, you can know how to like improve your design. So there are some scenario that maybe you might be testing your designs and users might give you feedback. Remember, the questions we added must not be two. You can add as many questions as possible to actually get feedback from your user. So most times, despite the fact is a virtual testing, is a remote testing, just try as much as you can to ask like open-ended question that when the user sees it, they can like explain their thoughts about the platform. So let's go over to the next method. So let me paste the link on the in the Discord. Let me refresh this. So now I want to create a new test. So let me go back to the dashboard. So we'll repeat the same process again. So here, we'll come back to create study, click on test and survey. So let me look for a dashboard design. Let me look for any of my dashboard design. Okay, so let me use this mobile dashboard design. You can see this is like a personal project I did for to create a tutorial. So let me use the mobile. Let me use this small. Okay, let me just use the desktop. So I'll export this desktop version. So I'll export it. So I'll come back here. So the text we're using is the 5-second text. So you can increase the time. Let's just make it 5 seconds. Let me upload the design. So let me give this a name. So I'll give this dashboard. Right. So I'll leave this as desktop only. So here, I'll give an instruction. Please feel free to give us your honest feedback on the dashboard design. So I've already set the time here. So I'll scroll down. So I want to ask question. So the first question I want to ask is if the user understands this overall progress chart that was here. So let me ask you. Do you understand overall progress? So here, I just want the user to give me their feedback. So I'll add another question. So, so the second question is, do you think we should make the overall progress chart simpler? So I also want the user to give me their feedback. So I'll make these two required, making it compulsory. So let me go back to the dashboard again. So the next thing I want to test is the naming that I used for this menu here on the sidebar, this place here. I call this menu settings because most times there are different things you can test for, because most times the labels you give to a particular page can actually confuse the user. So let me just ask the user, do you understand what this menu setting means? So let me add it here. So this, I just want it to be a yes or no answer. So I'll choose single choice. I'll ask, do you understand what the menu setting on the sidebar means? So now I have all my questions. So I'll just click here, save to continue, save and continue. So here, setup link, enable link. Then I'll scroll down So you can see the link here. So let me copy the link and paste it in the chat section. I think it's only people with desktop that can view this. So let me paste the text on my browser. Paste it here. So here we have, hello, you have been invited to participate in a short test. So I will start. So please feel free to give us your honest feedback on the dashboard design. View image for 5 seconds. So here, this one has a timer. So I'll click here. So I think that 5 second was too fast. So maybe next time when I'm doing testing, I'll increase it maybe to 10 minutes. So let me paste the link again because it's too fast. The user might not even see what is on the dashboard clearly before they give feedback. So I'll start again and I'll view image. Do you understand the overall progress charts? So do you think we should maybe, so I'll just say yes. Nelson, do you understand what the new setting? I'm saying. So now I'll come back here. So let me refresh. Now we have two response. So somebody has given us feedback. I think me and somebody. So as you can see here. As you can see here, we have two participants and two response. So let's scroll down to see the feedback. So here's the answer. Okay, somebody said the image was too fast. Exactly. So another person said yes. And they said it's okay. Then do you understand what the menu setting on the sidebar? So 50% said yes, 50% said no. So with all these statistics, you can try and come up with like a structure that's going to make the user to understand the dashboard. Because most times when you have like something like this that is 50-50, tend to go through it and come up with different way you can improve the design that is going to like suit the audience, the users as a whole. So yeah, so that's it about usability tests with this linear and Lycia platform. So we have different platform. So you can go to YouTube and read about different platforms. Though some of these platforms, they have premium version where you have to pay to use, but some also have like the part where you can use the free version to like test, even if it's you have some limitation or some key features or something, but you can still use the free version to like run your test. So that will be all for today's class. I don't know if anyone has any question. So if you have any question must not be in line with today's class. So the assignment that was given, it was only 8 people that submitted. So I don't know, this class we used to be up to 50 or 20 or so. I think the number was like 50 and above. I was so surprised to see only 8 people did the last assignment that was given. So I don't know what's the issue. Some people purposely submit the assignment very late, knowing that it will be marked even if they submit late. So they don't know that most times we understand what they are doing. It might even reduce your grade for submitting very late. So, so I don't know if anyone has any question. So in answer of any question, so since there is no question, so we're going to, okay, I think I see a message. Yes, somebody is asking whether they can still submit the assignment. Please submit the assignment. It's a promotional tax. That's why the fact I know that some people might wait very late for them to start doing the assignment. Even the first assignment that was given, some people have not even started. It will be later they will come and start asking. So it's well. So even if you are finding it difficult to do the assignment, try to communicate and take it very serious, because that's the metrics we're going to use to know the people that are serious and people that are going to graduate. If we have internship placement, it's through your seriousness in class and doing your assignment very well that we know the people who are going to recommend. So it's up to you. So you can still do the assignment and submit. So make sure you feel free to ask me any question through the Discord group if you have any difficulty, whatever in design. So yeah, so that will be all for today's class. So see you all in our next class.